Hello everyone. आज हम जानेंगे एक अद्भुत सफर के बारे में. That's right. We're going on a totally fantastic adventure today to follow literally the most important thing on our planet, water. We're going to see exactly how it travels, how it changes, and how it keeps our Earth so green and alive.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered where rain actually comes from? Or, where all that water goes after it finishes raining? क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि बारिश कहाँ से आती है? Think about it for a second. The water you see splashing in a puddle today, it might be completely gone tomorrow. Where does it go? It doesn't just magically disappear, right?
Well, let's look at our journey map, Hamara Safar ka Naksha. We're going to start with the journey begins, then move on to evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and the continuous cycle. And stick around, because at the very end, we've got a super fun quick quiz to test your knowledge.
All right, step 1. The amazing journey begins with water on the move. Our big hero today is water. And the absolutely incredible thing about water is that it never ever stays in one place. Pani kabhi ek jagah nahi rukta. This non-stop movement of water all over the earth is what we call the water cycle. हिंदी में कहें तो पृथ्वी पर पानी का लगातार घूमना. It's basically this never-ending journey where water constantly recycles itself over and over again.
Moving right along to stage 1 of the journey, evaporation. Now, water needs a little bit of help to start climbing up into the sky. And who helps it? The bright, hot sun. We call this process evaporation. The sun heats up the water in our oceans and rivers and turns it into this completely invisible gas called water vapor. Bani gab pop banna. Even though our eyes can't see it, this vapor is rising super high into the air. Oh, and fun fact, plants actually help out too by releasing vapor right from their leaves.
Next up is stage 2, condensation.
All right, so as that invisible water vapor flies higher and higher up into the sky, the air around it gets much, much cooler. And this cooler air causes condensation. The water vapor literally cools down and changes right back into tiny liquid water droplets. Pop ka thanda hokar boond banna. And when millions of these little droplets gather together up there, boom, they form those big fluffy clouds we see every single day.
Which brings us to stages 3 and 4, precipitation and collection.
So, those clouds can't just float up there holding all that water forever, right? As they get bigger, darker, and heavier, the water has to fall back down to Earth. This is called precipitation, and it happens in a few different ways depending on how cold the air is. Most of the time, we just see rain, yani barish. But if it's freezing cold, we might get snow, which is barf, or sleet, which is kind of a mix of ole or barish, or even solid ice chunks called hail, or ole.
Once all that water falls back down, where exactly does it go? Well, it goes through collection. Pauni ka wapas ikatahona. The water safely gathers right back into our oceans, rivers, and lakes, and a whole lot of it even soaks straight down into the soil to become groundwater. It just rests down there waiting for the sun to shine brightly so it can start all over again.
And that leads us to the continuous cycle. It's a loop that just keeps repeating.
Because remember, as soon as the water collects, the sun heats it right back up, and the whole cycle starts over. So to help you remember this for your exams, let's learn a super easy memory trick. Just repeat after me. Heat, cool, fall, gather. Step 1, heat. The sun creates vapor. Step 2, cool. That vapor forms clouds. Step 3, fall. Precipitation happens. And step 4, gather. The water collects. Heat, cool, fall, gather. And repeat. It really is that simple. Okay, it is time for a quick quiz. Let's see how much you remember from our journey.
Question number 1. What causes evaporation? Evaporation kis wajah se hota hai? Is it A, moonlight, B, heat from the sun, or C, wind only? Go ahead and shout out your answer. I'll give you a second to think.
If you said B, you got it. Correct answer. Sahi jawab. It is definitely B, heat from the sun. The sun's heat is the absolute powerhouse that kicks off the whole cycle by turning water into vapor. Awesome job.
All right, let's move on to question number 2. What happens during condensation? Condensation mein kya hota hai? A. Vapor cools to droplets. B. Water disappears. Or C. Rain becomes sunlight. Lock in those answers.
And correct. Sahi jawab. The answer is A. Water vapor cools and forms tiny water droplets. Remember, this is exactly how those big, beautiful clouds get built up in the sky.
Okay, final question. Let's go for a perfect score. What is precipitation? Precipitation किसे कहते हैं? Is it A, water falling from clouds, B, water turning to vapor, or C, water collecting in a lake? Shout it out nice and loud.
Excellent. बहुत बढ़िया. The answer is A, water falling from clouds back to earth. You guys are absolute experts on the water cycle steps now.
Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a truly mind-blowing scientific fact. Because nature is constantly recycling its water, the water we drink today might have been part of the water cycle many, many times before. Think about it. The water in your glass right now could literally be the exact same water that a dinosaur drank millions of years ago. How crazy is that?
So here is my challenge to you for today. Can you explain the water cycle to your friends or family? Tell them all about heat, cool, fall, and gather. And remember, because our water is so precious and constantly traveling all around our world, we absolutely must do our part to take care of it. Save water. Protect our planet. Pani bachao, prithvi bachao. Thank you so much for joining me on this amazing journey today. Keep learning and stay curious.